everyone, and welcome back to the Simulated Handball Federation. I'm Chris O'Reilly, and I'm joined yet again by Marcio Menino for today's game between FC Porto Sofarma and Aalborg Handball. Marcio, you're a Portuguese man. What are you expecting from the Porto boys today?
Chris, first of all, thank you for having me, but today I expect a win for Porto. I know them from the back of my hand. You know Aalborg better than me, but so far Porto has demonstrated that they are here in the Champions League because they really know how to play handball, and I expect them to show him here at home in Dragão Arena against the Danish.
Yeah, very intimate crowd at the Dragão Arena, just over 2,000 fans, and both of these teams have been the surprise packages of the Champions League so far this season. Porto finishing in 5th place in a very tough Group B, and Aalborg exceeding all expectations, finishing 4th in Group A. Henrik Molgaard and Rui Silva, the two playmakers today, I think are going to have a big part to play in deciding who's going to come out on top.
Yeah, I think so. And we will probably and definitely will see the 7-6 so famous from Porto. But I think the match is about to start. Here we go.
It is indeed, and the first shot of the game, Rui Silva, as I mentioned, but it's saved by Christian Saver-Ross, and it's the away side who get off to a quick start. Doesn't take long for Rui Silva to get into his stride, though, makes it 1-1, and then Quintana, I think it's going to be a big day for him and Rui Silva, who makes it 2-1 from 9 meters.
Yeah, Chris, it's true. From the days that from the Euro, Quintana and Rui Silva were both phenomenal at the Euro, and now they have it to show it here in the Champions League for their home ground.
Yeah, already Rui Silva, 3 goals out of 4 for Porto, and it's given Aalborg something to think about as their coach Stefan Madsen has taken a timeout after just 8.5 minutes. 4 goals to 1 down away from home, a 4-goal run for the home side. Dangerous times for the Danes.
This is a good timeout, Chris. This is a good timeout. He needs to calm down his team. He started winning by 1, but then 4 goals with no answer whatsoever. He needs to stop the Porto rhythm.
Indeed, and really nothing coming from Mats Christiansen and Henrik Molgaard in the backcourt. A lot expected for them if they're going to have any chance today. But instead, Angel Hernandez adds to the scoreline. Mats Christiansen finally gets one to make it 5-2, and Christian Saver-Ross with a big save. Henrik Molgaard getting in on the shooting action, and we've got a game in our hands. It seems this timeout was a good option, as you mentioned, by Madsen.
It was definitely a good option. It's 5-3 right now, the score, and Aalborg is back in the game, as you said. And I think that until the last 30 minutes, we'll see a great handball from both teams right now.
Branquinho trying to get into the game for the first time out in the left wing, and Quintana, big save against Elabek. Andre Gomes coming in from the left back position. He's got himself another goal.
Great goal from Andre Gomes. What a player that he can be. What a player. And Rui Silva, again, like he is unstoppable right now. When he gets confident and he goes up against a good defense, Aalborg has a good defense, but when he goes with confidence, he can do anything. And it's 9-5 right now, Chris. 9-5. What a display by FC Porto right here.
Mats Christiansen doing his best to make it a game, but it seems with the brains of Rui Silva now replaced by Miguel Martins and the pure athleticism of Andre Gomes, who's got himself 4 goals, this Porto side at home look pretty unstoppable at the moment. Mats Christiansen yet again really is a one-man show from the right back for Aalborg. He's been brilliant for them this season, but it's not going to be enough if he's alone. It is a team game after all.
Great substitution here, Chris, I just want to say, because Mbenge was not doing well and he needed to go to the bench a little bit, kind of like fresh up. But he's back in the game. No, it's amazing how it's kind of like Magnus is just changing tactics all over this place. Just confusing Aalborg every second.
Well, he's got the depth in the squad, and when you're leading by 6 goals, as we see Hernandez, who came in and replaced Mbenge, make it 15-9. They've got a bit of room to manoeuvre as well. Andre Gomes, yet again, 5 from 5 from the left back, and at half-time, it's looking dire for the Danes. 16 goals to 9. What do you think was so key for Porto's 7-goal lead, Marcio?
I told you I was expecting Aalborg defense to go up against them, but it's like I said, Rui Silva, when he gets confident, he can switch from left to right. And right now with Andre Gomes just striking that 9 meters against Aalborg. He's just demolishing. It's amazing what this kid can do.
And we've started with the second half here, and of course it's Mads Christiansen who gets it underway for Aalborg. Janus Morrison getting in the action as well, but it's not enough at the moment, as we're seeing Rui Silva shooting and scoring a couple of minutes ago. Finally a shot saved, but Mikael Agafor is just missing with a shot from goal, which suggests, as you said at the beginning, Marcio, that Porto are going for the 7-on-6 in attack, and that could be the difference here in this second half.
Indeed, but I think that if Porto does what he usually does, is like they will go up until the maximum goals they can, like create a huge gap right here, and then they will just manage this game. Like the last 10 minutes, they will allow themselves to switch and kind of like be fresh, for even if Aalborg attempts to do anything, they will be prepared for that.
And finally we see a bit of action from the wing as we see Branquinho get a goal a couple of minutes ago. He's now been replaced. It's all happening in the backcourt for Porto, and they can be pretty satisfied with that, seeing as they're 7 goals up. And it looks like a rematch against Kiel in the quarterfinal is on the cards, as with 20 minutes left to play, despite the best efforts there of Sebastian Barthold, it's still a one-team show, and that is Porto's show today.
Yeah, indeed. And Quintana is kind of like the wall that supports that entire game. Right now, I think he has like 40-something% of efficiency, and he's just like having fun. He's just having fun in the game, and it spreads out to his team. And you can see Rui Silva with another goal. Amazing center back.
And we're seeing Miguel Martins coming in to replace him every now and then and doing a decent job as well. But Rui Silva running the show for Porto. It is a 6-goal game, and with 16 minutes left to play, there's still a chance here. Henrik Molgaard finally getting in on the action, just his 2nd goal of the game. But then he injures himself. Terrible luck, and down the other end. As we get started again, Miguel Martins gets himself a goal. Mads Christiansen, seemingly all alone now in the backcourt for this Aalborg side, gets himself another goal, but it's just not enough. 6 goals, not impossible with 12 minutes left to play, but Martins now coming in. Another goal for him.
You cannot lose the ball like that. And again, Aalborg, they're going away. Like they're losing their minds right now. I don't know, maybe the 7-goal difference, it's 10 minutes. It's still mathematically possible, but I don't think that Porto will lose this one.
Tobias Ellebeck getting in on the action now in the last 5 minutes. He's up to 4 goals for the game, the left back for Aalborg. But overall, it just hasn't been a day for them, as we see another shot saved by Alfredo Quintana. Thomas Bauer coming in to replace him temporarily now in the Porto goal, getting a few minutes under his belt. 8-goal lead. That is that, I think it's safe to say, with 7 minutes left.
Indeed, Chris. It was a tremendous first half. We can almost resume this entire game right now. Tremendous first half from FC Porto. Rui Silva demanding the game, showing everybody what he can do, and giving goals to every element of his team. And it's 9 goal right now. It's gone. Porto gets this one.
That's it, 31-21, just seconds left to play here in the game, and there's really not much left to say in terms of the action, because this game is well and truly over. Tobias Ellebeck getting another goal on the scoreboard for Aalborg, but it won't be anything more than a consolation today.
It's going to be how many right now? It's by 10 now. It actually reminds me when Portugal beat Sweden in the Euro, and right now they beat Denmark. Portugal was basically Portugal's national team, so you can actually say Portugal just beat Denmark by 10. What do you think, Chris?
I think you're stretching it a little bit there, Marcio, but I need you to sneak in that reference to the Euro at least twice in this conversation. Well done there. And it's Porto who come out with a big win, 32-22. They move on to the quarterfinals of the Simulated Handball Federation's Champions League. Next up for them against Kiel, and we saw Aaron Run this season. They played out 2 mesmerizing matches that went right down to the last second, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be a similar situation in the quarterfinal.
Chris, they beat it once, so you never know. Twice is always good. Thank you for having me. Thank you to the Simulated Handball Federation, and Chris, we'll meet up again hopefully in the next game.
We sure will. Thank you very much, Marcio, and thank you everyone for watching at home. We'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.
Goodbye.